All right, so in the last episode, I went to the end. I got an elytra and shulker boxes. Um, in this episode, I am first going to show off this river that I worked on in a couple of live streams. I think it was 4 live streams, so it's right around 8 hours it took me to build this 160 blocks of river. Some of that is that I was learning. I didn't know what I was doing. I just knew what I wanted it to look like, and this is really close. I still plan on adding some trees in the mix, just not there quite yet. What I plan on building in this episode is a flour mill in this area because I want it to be somewhat close to the river, which is when I build the next segment of the river, it's going to go that way. So I want the flour mill to be on the bank of the river, and maybe even have an area for where the water wheel would have been 100 plus years ago. Second thing I plan on doing is actually it's over here. I don't know why I was going up there. So underneath the bee farm, down here, so I'm going to take out this stadium-like step thing, and I'm going to build in something that's a little bit easier to access the various chests with. But in this area here, I'm going to build what is basically Illmago's flower farm. Link will be in the description. But I'm not building it to be a flower farm. I do plan on building a second one at some point in time that will be a flower farm, but the purpose of this one, and I did this in a creative world, and I'll probably show a clip of it working, is crimson fungus and warped fungus. So this episode is basically all about these. The flower farm is going to contain these, and I mean the flower mill is going to contain those, and the flower farm is going to produce the little mushrooms and bone meal. I also did some modifying off camera between episodes over here. So behind this stone, completely encased so that no villager should ever be able to path to it, is a composter that is getting me bone meal. So this way, I always have 4 chests of pumpkins and melons. And then whenever all of this is full, including these hoppers, then all the overflow of either side goes in to make bone meal. So, it's going to be a slow source of bone meal, but hey, slow and steady is awesome. So, yeah, I thought about doing something similar for sugarcane, but I'm nowhere near filling up my sugarcane. Yeah, so I'm still a long ways from filling that up, so I'm not going to worry about that yet. Yeah, leave a like, subscribe. Let me know if let me know if you like it. Leave a comment, please. Yeah. What do you think of the river? Which is probably the single biggest build I've ever made. And I am so incredibly happy with it. You can see some of the texture here. There's andesite slabs, there's stone, there's glowstone with leaf blocks. There's some leaves down in there, and I gotta bring some bone meal in. I forgot. I gotta bring bone meal in. There's little areas like this, little puddles of standing water, which create lots of mosquitoes. Somebody should clean that up. Anyways, yeah, let me know what you think of this. I do need to come through and add some bone meal into the river and kelp. I should add some kelp in there to add some texture also. So, on the flour mill, this is going to be my build palette right here. We got bricks, we got smooth stone, we got polished granite, and we got polished blackstone bricks. I'm also thinking about using granite, but as you can see, regular granite, see this stuff I can trade my villagers for, so it's virtually super cheap. I mean, it's 1 emerald for maybe it's an emerald a block, but that's easy. I have tons of emeralds. I can make more emeralds, but this stuff is expensive. So there will likely be some of that in the build, but it's going to be pretty minimal. Yeah, this right here is going to be the primary build, which I got to do a lot more trading, so I'm probably going to skip right now to a more or less time lapse of me grinding for these. So I hope you enjoy. Listen, I know that being converted back and forth several times is downright horrific. But please go to work. I thought I had recorded a time lapse of me working on getting that thing set up, but as it turns out, there are I didn't. The game errored out again. Same thing it did when I built the house. Though that one was only it was significantly less time. So I don't know why that had to happen, but it was pretty frustrating that it did. Anyways, what I got so far is basically just a shell for the flour mill. Pretty plain, pretty blah. I just now finished. Actually, I didn't really finish because when I was over there I noticed there's a couple of places I missed some scaffolding, like right here. And it's really tricky to place scaffolding like this. Like, I want it to go that way, and that's going upwards. There we go. So you have to be firmly on the block to place the first one. but you have to be a block under. And then you have to hit the very last pixel. So like so. Except I did that one in the wrong spot. So I need to go down one and do the same thing like so. And then I can tap these out. There we go. And I actually don't need these ones. At least right now. Depending on what I end up doing, if I do something more decorative up here for the very top of the roof, I might re-add some of the scaffoldings in. But right now what I'm worried about is getting windows in. And they're not going to be real windows because both of the flour mills that this thing is being modeled after, they have fake windows in them. So let's do some counting. 1, 2, 3, 23. I bet it's 24. I think I missed one right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what I'm thinking is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is going to be this side of that window. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2. Ooh, that's gonna be is the middle. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is the middle. So now we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Darn it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So, if this one is 4 wide, and these two are 3 wide, we got 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. That works. 1, 2, 3, 4. I like it. Okay. Now let's increase the size a little bit, like so. Go one more up. Okay. Okay, so losing some blocks, it's alright. Not the end of the world. Alright, so what we're going to do is round these off a little bit. Okay, and then do I have slabs? I do have some slabs. Excellent. Make sure nothing can spawn here. And let's go for a little flight. Absolutely cannot see them. I do not like that middle one. Get this one done, and then we'll go back and we'll take a look at it again. And then I'll probably cut to after me getting all of these in. Yes. Don't know if... I don't think I like this. Whoops. I mean, I like the extra depth. It's what I'm trying to create. But I think it just looks bad. So that's going to get removed. There is one other thing I need. Whew, I thought I was not going to make that. I need some of the polished granite. Are there variations of polished granite? There are variations of polished granite. Okay, so... And of course my furnace has got to start making noise again. Always with the furnace. Such a problem. Yes, the one on the far left is definitely way better. I might even put the full granite blocks on the sides. So, I screwed up the audio a little bit. And what I'm doing here is I'm about to show what I've done since the last cut where I was grinding for netherrack. Here I'm talking about my plan, what I'm doing as far as I had two spontaneous streams. The first stream I did this where I basically set up the initial steps, including the elevators of the giant fungus farm. The water is going to be here for a drop, and then the other side, there's going to be a bubble column that goes all the way to the top. There's 4 areas here for funguses to grow, and my goal is to completely fill the inside of this building with the warped and the crimson or nether wart. The warped wart and the nether wart is going to be completely filled in there. I'm probably going to have to do some grinding, which I did do because I only have the one chest. And in a clip in a minute, I do talk about having done the math, and you'll see that in another minute. But what I'm doing here is I'm getting ready for a second spontaneous stream where this is in between those streams, and in this stream I build Illmago's flower farm for fungus. So I'm preparing the redstone because there's a lot of redstone required in this build. I need a stack of torches. I need a stack of redstone repeaters. I need a stack of comparators, which I actually didn't need that many comparators, but it's how I prepared. I needed a stack of observers and a stack of pistons and a stack of sticky pistons. Not all of which I used. There was some left over afterwards, but though I built this in a creative world, I didn't count things out, and I actually changed a little bit of the dimensions. I didn't build it exactly how I built it in the other world. So here I'm trying to do the math, trying to figure out I need like 6 more stacks of redstone before I can actually begin building. And I cut here in a second, and after the cut I go down and I do a whole bunch of trading with clerics in order to get all of the required redstone. Yeah, so we'll jump here in a second to the next clip where I kind of show off the not giant fungus, but the fungus farm, which is essentially Illmago's flower farm. I think I said that wrong, but hopefully you understand what I mean. And I will talk to you in a second. I didn't come back quite when I thought I was going to, because I was streaming and it's a bit of a challenge to do that. But I got my fungus farm all built up. So the whole thing can be activated with just this button right here. And if I push that, we'll see that it starts shifting and bone mealing and creating stuff. It also moves that redstone block over there, which starts the timer, which pushes the glass down for what we see right there. If I push this again, you can see that stuff going, but it'll go up and down like one more time usually. Maybe not this time. Apparently I shut it off at exactly the right moment, so that it didn't. But we got over here, we got a whole bunch of composters. I originally had filters on these, and then I was like, well, why do I have filters? And so I removed the filters. It does occasionally, if I let this go long enough, it would be bringing stuff all the way down to the end. But yeah, as you can see, I mean, we got just absolutely tons of fungus. Plus, like, these hoppers down here are filled up. And it produces a lot more warped fungus than it does the crimson fungus. So I might go in and remove some of the warped nylium and add a couple extra blocks of the crimson nylium so that we get more crimson than we do warped. Or so that we more level it out. But we can see over here I just got like a normal etho hopper clock, and then I just use a 1-tick pulse piston with a redstone block to shut it off. And I can get up here. So this is the redstone. It's not the prettiest. Things are kind of just more or less all over the place, but here's where the 1-tick pulse thing is that turns on both parts of the farm. And then we got a little a 2-dropper item elevator to bring bone meal back up. I just now filled everything. I put 9 blocks of I put 9 blocks of bone block worth of bone meal. It's still speaking wrong, but hopefully you understand what I'm saying in there. So yeah, when I use up a bunch of this, I can come back to run more. So now I'm going to have to go grab some more bone meal, and I'm going to start building this in. But before I can actually start building this in, I don't think I have quite enough. I should do the math real quick. So I'm probably going to stop here, do the math, because this is what I have for the wart blocks. And I don't think that's going to be enough to completely fill this building in all the way to the top. I am nearly positive that is not enough. I should grab, where's my buckets? Grab some water real quick and put some water in, at least at the drop chute. There we go. Let's eat. So I did have, right towards the end, like I only streamed for like another 15 minutes, like long enough to fix what was going on with the fungus farm. Like 3 creepers spawned in here and blew up and caused a huge mess. There was water all over the place, and I'm pretty sure I lost like 6 repeaters and probably a half dozen pieces of redstone. But I think I got it all spawn proof now. I really hope I do. But alright, so now I'm gonna start. Oh yeah, I also need bone meal. So Almost out of bone meal over there. I thought I had tons and tons of bone meal. That's sand. There we go. That is the tons of bone meal I thought I had. So, I'm going to stop the video, do a little bit of math, and figure out if I need to produce more warped blocks. That's what they're called. They're called warped blocks. All right. Be back in a minute. So this is the first try on the new fungus farm. Looking good so far. Whoops. Completed anyways. 'Cause I did harvest, I had to grind a whole bunch of wart blocks. But this is the first time that I am bone mealing the fungus as the farm is, I'm pretty sure, complete. So if we go over here to the elevator, I guess I do still have to put a roof on the building, so maybe not 100% complete. But we got a little staircase here that'll take us down to where the fungus are. I should maybe put some lights in here, just so that stuff doesn't turn out to be spawnable. In case I grow one and it's a little bit before I get to it. Whoop, not that one. That one's supposed to stay. That's going to be hard to know. Those three can stay. There we go. So that's it. That's how it works. I would say that is far better than getting that much wart block every single time. Of course, it's going to reduce the amount of shroom lights, but I'm okay with that. So what I'm thinking for putting lights in, and I'll have to do this on all 4 columns, is if I come in and maybe, so we got one there, so 1, 2, 3, so we put one there, and then we go straight across, and then we just follow that pattern all the way down, because this is even, so unfortunately working them in is a little bit difficult. And then we go down 2. So there. 1, 2. There we go. And I should use a hoe. There we go. Like so. So I will get to finishing this up, and this will probably be it for the video. It took me a really long time to release this because this project was a lot of grinding. Grinding I kind of didn't really want to do, so it was hard for me to stay motivated. This whole posting videos being a new thing, it's still a struggle. But please like, subscribe. Let me know if you like the video, if you like the building. Yeah. So, oh, I should probably show the outside, huh? Because I'm not sure I've showed the outside. Let me finish these lights and then I will take a look at the outside. And I will speak to you again in a second. Alright, so that is the building. Not sure if anything has changed on the outside since the last time I recorded it. I will be continuing to work on the outside, and maybe in the next episode there will be a finished building there instead of what is there. So I need to put the roof on, I need to put the roof on this, and I need to do the outside of this one along with some form of landscaping. I want to bring this level down to the river around that building. So all of that has to happen. Yeah, so I already did my sign off. Please remember to like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think. Bye.